My parents think my adulthood is temporary. I'm 36, married, no kids, and somehow my parents still act like my life is just a side quest to theirs. I love my parents. I really do. But lately it feels like they think my adulthood is just a phase I'll eventually grow out of. They always say they don't interfere, but somehow they're constantly involved in every decision I make. They assume I'm available whenever they need something. They assume I'll change my plans if it's inconvenient for them. They assume my wife and I will just adjust because that's how it's always been. The problem is they don't ask, they announce. Last week my dad casually tells me he already promised I'd handle a family responsibility. Whole weekend, out of town, my own money, no conversation. Just I told them you've got it covered. I said I needed to talk to my wife first and check our schedule. Silence. A few hours later, my mom calls, emotional, says she doesn't recognize me anymore, that I used to be reliable, that marriage made me distant. That word pops up every time I don't instantly say yes. I tried explaining that my priorities are different now, that my wife and I plan things together, time, money, everything. My mom just goes, we're family too. Like that sentence alone should cancel my entire adult life. Then my dad texts me later saying, stress is bad for my mom's health, and he hopes I can live with myself if something happens to her. And that's the part that messed me up, because suddenly I wasn't just saying no. I was apparently risking her life. I replayed everything in my head for days, wondering if I was being cold, if I was selfish, if I should have just sucked it up and gone. Growing up, I was always the good son, which really meant quiet, easy, agreeable. I got praised for being mature, but all that meant was I never pushed back. Now I'm finally setting boundaries, and somehow that makes me the bad guy. My wife sees it clearly, she supports me, but I hate that my parents' expectations still leak into our marriage. I don't want to cut them off. I don't want to start a war. I just want a normal adult relationship where help is requested, not assumed, where no isn't treated like betrayal. I'm not trying to stop being their son. I just don't want to keep shrinking my life to prove it.